Good stuff, boys. Let's wrap it up with some predictions. This one is supposed to be a close one, or was supposed to be a close one, but that Illinois game has certainly skewed the minds and hearts of many out there that are predicting all sorts of blowout scores, and Vegas has it at 14.5. So, Kevin, why don't we start with you?
As I said, I went to Winsipedia.com, which is one of my favorite websites. I got to see all the scores from the series, all these reasons telling me why, this game should be really close, with 2014 being the anomaly. I just think that this Wisconsin team is one-dimensional on both sides of the ball. They may be good at stopping the run. They may be good at running the ball. I am not ready to anoint Jack Cohn as anything other than just a game manager. I think we saw what happened when the chips were really on the table. Some of the yips from 2017 started to come back, or for 2018 started to come back. I like it to be a close game at first, but Ohio State will find that cheat code in the second quarter to put up some points. I like Ohio State to win this one 38-17.
Tony.
That's my score, man.
Oh.
Yes, I was going to say 38-17, but now I cannot. Let's go 34-17 because the rain's going to limit some of the scoring. Kevin doesn't know that, obviously. The score he has is way too high. So I'm thinking like 34-13. But holding Wisconsin to under two touchdowns, I don't feel great about that, but I also don't like 34-17. So for reasons of my own undoing, I'm going to say 34-13. And really, I've done the 34 points for Ohio State before, and it's doesn't feel like it's enough with this offense because 42-41 it feels like they could put that up on anybody. And now you're facing a Wisconsin defense that's good, but Illinois had some success against them. Even when I was watching Brandon Peters run the ball on them a little bit, and it's like, if Brandon Peters is doing that, the Justin Fields, he might be doing that too. But yeah, I'll go with 34-13 because Kevin's a jerk.
Hobby.
I don't know what the over-under is. Somebody was asking there if somebody wanted to look that up, one of the people who posted, but I know the line's right around 14 points. We were there in the parking lot outside Northwestern after the game, and I said originally I thought 31-10. Then I thought after the Illinois result, we didn't know that at the time, I guess. I said 31-17, a 14-point margin, but I'm not the kind of person that when the line's 14, I'm not going to pick it right on the line because that doesn't do me or anybody any good. I got to give you a side, and I was going to say 34-17 in that range. It could be 37-20. I don't know. I kind of like what Tony is saying because let's go back to the Michigan State game. Michigan State came in with a very good, at least on paper, defense. And we don't know what's legit. As we laid out there, Wisconsin's number one ranked defense, is it legitimate or is it built on a house of cards? We don't know. And we're going to find out starting at 12 o'clock on Saturday. We're going to find out if they can match Ohio State play for play over a 70-play game or whatever it takes. I kind of like what he said. In that first quarter against Michigan State, it was 16 plays for 16 yards. And everybody's sitting there looking at each other like, is this for real? My goodness, was the first 5 weeks all for naught? What was this? And then they went for 300 yards almost in the second quarter alone, and it was 27-10 at the half. And the game, for all effects and purposes, after Michigan State missed a chip shot to start the second half, it's over. Game over light is flashing. We just didn't know it yet. So does Ohio State pull away in the second half? That's the big question here. And the game's in Ohio Stadium, and, man, it's going to be rocking. I can tell you that. People have been looking forward to this, regardless of that Illinois result. Oh, man, I'm tricking myself into this now, like 38-17 or whatever, but it's going to be more than the line of 14. Let's just say that. I'm going to pick a score, probably 34-17, something like that, and they're going to have to hustle to get to 17, in my opinion. I just think this defense is legitimate, and Justin Fields is the difference. The teams are mirror images of one another. Great offensive lines, great running backs, great defenses. But one is a great quarterback. The other one's a very good quarterback. And I think that's where the difference, though they don't play against each other, will never be on the field at the same time. That's the edge for Ohio State. Oh, and 107,000 people, too, on a I was going to say a beautiful sunny day, but apparently a 70% chance of rain on Saturday. So we'll
and
see.
the elite speed and athleticism on the Ohio State side.
I forgot about that.
Permeates every position as opposed
Better
to
depth.
Wisconsin. There's a few guys out there that can hang with Ohio State from that standpoint. So I go with Tony in regards to, is the Wisconsin defense for real? I believe it's for real. What does that mean? I believe it's the typical Wisconsin defense that's for real. That the rankings may tell us it's a top 5 defense, but in actuality, it's more like a top 15 defense.
Right.
It's not Clemson, Alabama, Ohio State when it comes to athleticism and NFL ability across.
Good heavens, no.
They're very good. They're sound. They will bring it. They will lick their wounds from last week and certainly come out with fire and passion to win this game and prove themselves. And man, they're just one of those programs and one of those teams that I don't sell short, but their talent sells them somewhat short. And this Ohio State team is really good. So is the defense legitimate for Wisconsin? Yes, but I like what Tony had to say in regards to this Ohio State offense is that legit that they're scoring 35 to 40 points against anybody and will against Wisconsin. My pick, of course, is down in the description section below. Grab the link. Voice of College Football Community, 14-7 against the spread. Could win $632.48, Tony. That's what it was last week.
Not bad. I know people who have done better than that.
Tony selling me out on my own show. My goodness, it's awful.
No, that's more of an inside joke between the three of us. But that's I 14-7 is incredible, and more power to you, and congratulations.
Great.
We can't out the fact that somebody hit a 6-teamer when we were in Council Bluffs, Iowa. We were not supposed to mention that, or is the IRS not supposed to know about that?
You three? Between one of you three?
It wasn't me.
Bushwood, and I never slice.
We all like Council Bluffs.
Can we go to Nebraska every year?
Yes.
Exactly. Can we move the University of Iowa to Council Bluffs?
Back in the old days, the Big Ten, like Indiana, would play at Ohio State every year just because, for some reason, whoever their Gene Smith was and the guy who fired Knight, the Indiana AD, they knew that there was more money to be made if they played that game in Columbus every year. Honest to God, for years they played one of those rivalries every year in Columbus. I vote we go to Nebraska every year. God, it's a great place to watch a game.
Cheryl, bless your heart. You're in the live chat, not just for this show, but for all the shows, and I appreciate that very much. And Cheryl's looking for a free play on the Ohio State-Wisconsin spread. Cheryl, I wouldn't do that to you. Don't put that kind of pressure on me, so I'm not going to let you know. Just one play, go for gold, everything on the line. No, I can't do it. Sorry.
The over-under is 50, by the way.
The over-under is 50, so Vegas is looking for a game at 35, 15, whatever that comes to, 30, 36, 14, something like that. 30. And no, not 36, 14. 33, 17. That's at 16. So 32-18 Buckeyes. That's the Vegas line. That's what they're telling us, I guess, at 14 points and 50 for the over-under.